The rich man's son looked down on the female doctor. He actually broke the female doctor's hand directly. The doctor was in extreme pain, but the son was laughing happily. Little did he know that the son's evil actions today would lead to his complete death in 3 days, because the female doctor in front of him was the miracle doctor, Mary, who was about to perform surgery on the son. It turns out the son was already seriously ill. If surgery wasn't done in time, he would die in 3 days. But the son's condition was very complicated. The rich man had searched the world for famous doctors, but none could cure him. Now, the only hope was the highly skilled Mary. For this, the rich man even kneeled before Mary. The rich man pretended to be pitiful. He humbly begged Mary to save his son, but Mary's surgery schedule was already full. She could only agree to perform surgery on the rich man's son during her break time. The rich man happily thanked Mary, so they scheduled the surgery for that night. At that moment, neither of them anticipated that the accident would happen so suddenly. 1 hour before the surgery, the son arrived at the hospital to pay. He, relying on his wealth, casually cut in line. The woman behind him saw this scene and kindly reminded the son. To her surprise, the son not only intentionally sneezed at the woman, but also deliberately stepped on her shoes. The woman was about to get angry, but a passerby reminded her that the son was powerful. They, as ordinary people, couldn't afford to provoke him. The woman decided to leave, but unexpectedly, the son ordered his subordinates to stop the woman. He arrogantly demanded the woman apologize to him. The woman felt extremely wronged. She clearly hadn't done anything wrong. At this moment, an old woman suddenly stood in front of the woman. It turned out the woman had a grandmother. Her grandmother had come to accompany her for a checkup today. Unexpectedly, as soon as she walked a little, she found someone bullying the woman. The son wasn't afraid of the grandmother at all. Instead, he wanted to teach both the woman and her grandmother a lesson. The woman knew they couldn't provoke the son. She just wanted to take her grandmother and leave, but she accidentally dropped a report. The son picked up the report and took a look. Immediately, he was delighted. It turned out that the woman and the son had the same blood type. 2 hours ago, he was throwing a huge tantrum at home. The rich man came home and told him some good news. Mary was willing to perform surgery on him. The only issue now was that the son's blood type was very rare. A large amount of blood needed to be prepared for the surgery in advance, but the son wasn't worried at all. In his eyes, as long as he had money, anything could be done. There would definitely be many people willing to donate blood for him. Back to the present, the son threw $1 million bank card at the woman. He ordered the woman to donate blood to him immediately. The woman decisively refused this rude request. The grandmother, seeing the situation was bad, quickly called the woman's mother. Fate played a huge joke on the son. The woman's mother turned out to be Mary. Mary, after hearing the grandmother's cry for help, immediately rushed to the payment area. Meanwhile, the son impatiently threw his phone on the ground. He didn't care at all about the woman's will. He directly ordered his subordinates to take the woman and the grandmother to the blood donation window. The woman still refused to comply. As long as she firmly refused, no one would dare to force her to donate blood in the hospital. But unexpectedly, the son threatened the woman with the grandmother. If the woman didn't agree to donate blood, he would find someone to kill the grandmother. The woman was suddenly panicked. Though she was very unwilling, she could only agree to donate blood for her grandmother's safety. Soon after, the blood-drawing nurse reminded the son that the blood donation had reached the maximum limit. If they drew any more, it would cause the woman to faint. But the son didn't care about the woman's life. He only thought about surviving himself. The grandmother, pitifully, begged the son. The son directly harshly pushed the grandmother away. The woman most didn't want to see her grandmother being bullied. She immediately stopped donating blood. On the other side, Mary rushed to the payment area, but couldn't find the woman or Mary anywhere. But she overheard a conversation from a passerby. She learned they were all at the blood donation window. She immediately rushed to the woman's location. Mary understood the situation through the grandmother. She immediately adopted a professional attitude and informed the son that donating blood required following the proper procedures. The son's actions were illegal and criminal. The son was extremely arrogant. He thought that proper procedures were only for the poor. He was the son of a billionaire after all. He didn't need to follow the rules at all. Mary was extremely shocked when she heard the son's identity. It turned out that the arrogant jerk in front of her was the person she was supposed to save today. At that moment, the son suddenly started having a headache. His condition was worsening. Mary coldly advised the son to go rest. Otherwise, he wouldn't last even 3 days. But the son was very confident. His wealthy father had already hired Mary to perform surgery on him. He was sure he would be cured. But the next second, Mary took out her medical license and told the son a hopeless fact. She was Mary herself. The son snatched the medical license and confirmed it repeatedly. Only then did he begin to panic. As the son was in distress, the rich man's phone suddenly rang, urging the son to hurry for the surgery. Mary was a person who valued punctuality. She could not afford to be late. The son suddenly smiled smugly. He was certain that since Mary and his father were together, the woman in front of him must be an imposter. The son hated being deceived the most. He even directly broke Mary's hand. But at that moment, the rich man sensed something was wrong. He immediately rushed to the scene. When he saw this scene, he slapped the son across the face.